Hello YouTube, does your bay window bus have cruise control? Mine does. Right, this is a how-to video on how to set up one of these cruise control products onto my 2013 water-cooled bay window bus. Now, it's made by these people, Throttle. It's distributed by these people in Brazil on Motors. I'll leave a link in the description for their installation in Portuguese, and I imported it to the UK from these people who also have a YouTube video and do loads of stuff on water-cooled bays, on all Brazilian stuff, to be honest. Yeah, so here we go. This is the kit. There's not a great deal to it because these buses are drive-by-wire. They're very straightforward to just plug in to the accelerator pedal. There's a little controller box here, and then that goes obviously into your IDB, what's it, into the port. I can't think of the name of it. And this is an extension wire for the brake light switch, which is what cruise control is controlled from. Now there's a few things it does. It does cruise control, it does speed limiter, it can completely disable the pedals, so that's good for anti-theft. And it also has a few other like power options as well. So you've got economy, you've got sport plus, and all that. So let's see how it goes. Oh, and there's one of these that you need to connect up to as well. I know everyone say that they're horrendous, which they are, but it is what it is. I'm going to connect up via something like that. Right, so this is the kit. Not loads of it. I think my main problem, because everything's going to be hidden, but the main problem is going to be fitting this to my dashboard, because the cable comes out the bottom, so I need it to be somewhere nice, but it's got to be tidy as well. So yeah, that's my first problem, and I'll take it from there, and I will continue videoing when I've got a bit more of the kit installed up front. Okay, cheers. Okay, I'm up front in the bus now, and yeah, you've got a couple of options where you want to put this thing. It's up to you. I mean, you've got loads of space where you can put it. I did think about putting the receiver here, but I've got one of these huge, what do you call these, iPad things in here, which is a bit silly really, but it is what it is. So it was a little bit out my eye line view there, so I've put it there just next to my heated rear window switch. I think ultimately what I need to do is hide this cable, which is what I want to do. But I have seen these installed on Brazilian vans in Brazil over here as well, but I'm not left-handed, so yeah, I'm going to go with it there. You get about a meters with a cable anyway, so if I don't like it, I can move it, I can move it wherever. Ultimately, this is my rear fog light switch here, which is, don't know whether you can see, but it's obviously aftermarket, but I'm going to tidy this up and put some extra lights down here anyway at some point, so I thought that would be the best for me. Right, let's continue on. Okay, here we are behind the steering column on a left-hand drive 2013 bus. Yeah, just need to roll that carpet back there. By doing that, you just need to undo two screws for the water bottle reservoir thing. Good to know that it's nice and clean back there. There's the accelerator cable, which is the drive-by-wire unit. There's a couple of extra bits of wiring there, which are mine. That's my central locking, that's some speakers, that's my GPS, speedo, a few other things as well. I'm going to tidy all that up while I'm in here, because it is a bit of a mess back there. Now, one of the things that they do say on the Portuguese version is you need to take the key out, which I have done, and leave the door open for at least 20 minutes. Now, I don't know why you need to do that, because there's no sensors on these doors, but I'm going to do what they say in case I break it. So 20 minutes, go and have a brew, and yeah, come back in a few minutes. Cheers. Right then, it's been about 20 minutes so far, so I've got these three bits left that I need to install. So I've got the central control unit, if you like. That bit goes into the ODB, as I say, and then this bit goes into your accelerator. So what's plugged into the accelerator at the moment will go in here, but then you just swap them around. You plug that into where the original cable is, and then you plug the original cable into this. So that's nice and straightforward. Then this line here goes to your brake light wiring. I'll sort that out in a minute, but there should be enough coiled up here. Apparently there's about 0.5 meters with a cable here, so that's good. And then the other end of these, you've got well, you've only got two options in this control box. Well, you've got three options, but you've only got two that you'll need to use, and these can only go in one. So that'll go in there eventually. That one will go in there. I'm not 100% sure what the middle one's used for just right this second, but I'll come back to that. Obviously I need to fit this and keep it tidy and make sure it all works, so I'm stopping aside the video as I go. Right, I'll come back to you. Right then, behind the pedals now, so we can see the clip that we need to remove, which is this one. I'm just going to put this in. I mean, I've gone completely over the top here. I've put some extra cable tidy on this, so that's going to be nice and tidy once it's done, even though it's going to be completely hidden. And the wire did unfurl, so there's around about, I'd say, not just shy of a ½ metre of cable for the brake light switch. So here goes nothing. Let's just unplug this. And I don't know how you do that. There's a switch there. So you need 3 hands as usual. Come on. Just talk amongst yourselves. Oh, gee whiz. Right, let me do that again. Right, easy when you know how. There's 2 clips, there's one either side, so you just need to squeeze both of them. And then I can feel that moving now. Yeah, dead easy. Well, so you may as well just put the new bit of kit in. Now they're obviously not the same colour wires, but they can only go in one way with the like the extra tabs on the side here, so that can only go in one way. So let's hear that click. Yep, not happy with that just yet. Yep, better. Yep, happy with that. Plug the other one in. Again, that can only go in one way. That didn't click. Ah, there we go. Yep, it's fine. And now I've got this to well, I might as well just install this one here. So let's just put the control unit in for it. It's in, but I didn't hear it click. But it doesn't want to come out, so it must be in. I'm happy with that. Right, let's turn the camera around and get the other side done. Can you see? There we are. So the ODB2 connection, it'll only go in one way. There it is, so I'm just going to put it in. Okay, so that's in. Right, I'll be back in a second. What I need to do is tidy up all these cables, get everything out of the way, get some cable tidy on everything, get the carpet back in. But yeah, the other side of this, in fact, the other side of this needs to be in the control unit, and I need to connect that brake line. So I'll come back to you when I'm ready to do that. Right then, behind the steering wheel, you've got all these wiring, this harness. Now, I know that you need to connect this jumper box thing to this cable here. It's black with a red tracer. However, there's 2 blacks with red tracers coming out of this exact point here, which is the middle one. It's middle on the left. So if you think of our noughts and crosses, it's middle, centre on the left. So what I'm thinking is, if there's 2 cables coming out of it, this is dual circuit master cylinder, so I'm hoping that either one of those lines works. If it doesn't, we'll work it out. But there you go. Just connect to one of those with one of these jumper connections, and then connect up the other side of this cable to it, which is direct from the accelerator. If I can get it into screen, there we go. Okay, cheers. Oh yeah, obviously the other connection in the control unit is from the thing we added first. So yeah, don't do what I did and put everything back together and then have to take it apart just to plug this back in, which is what I'm going to have to do now. Alright, cheers. Okay, we're all back together. I'm just going to put these keys in. So now we need to calibrate this thing. So you've got the 4 buttons here. M is the top left one. You need to keep your finger on that until it flashes blue. I'm not sure where it flashes blue, but there's an indicator light on it somewhere. But as it's flashing blue, you then need to hit the pedal, the accelerator pedal, push it all the way down, bring it all the way back up. So obviously we need to get some power to it. So let's see if we can do that. Ignition on. It's just all my GPS stuff starting. Keep your finger on it. Does it go blue? Well, it's flashing. Okay, so push the pedal all the way down and back up. It's gone green. Green is good, yeah. Okay, I'll stop the video and take it from there. Let's see what else we need to do. Right then, quick update. I've downloaded the Throttle app. It's obviously in Portuguese, but that's not the end of the world. I can't do any screen recordings, but it does show me quite a bit of information, like the revs, the engine temperature, a few other things. I've just set the anti-theft, that's why it's flashing a bit down there. So if I hit the pedal, nothing happens. So that's good, isn't it? So that's really good for anti-theft. So yeah, that's one of the main features of it. Yeah, I just need to take it out on the road now to make sure the cruise control works. But from what I can see, you've got cancel, you've got up and down, set obviously, so resume, set. So yeah, it should be nice and straightforward. So take it from there. I'll try and do some recording while I'm out driving with it. Okay, so I've just downloaded the cheap screen recorder app. So I'm in the van now, engine has started, and this is the interface that we've got. Now obviously it's in Portuguese, but you know, I'm pretty intelligent, we can work out what things are. So I'm just going to scroll through some of these. So modes to begin with, I'll go back to that first one in a minute. Modes, we've got several variations of slow here. So economical by the look of things, that's the original setting. I assume this is adding more HP, like remapping the engine. I don't think I'll ever try that, but you know, I'm just going to leave that in original because I don't want to mess about. It's fine as it is. But you've got a few other ways you can personalise things. So if you wanted to add, like, if you can't get your car valeted or something like that, or you wanted to give it to the mechanic and just restrict it, just have a look into it, and you can just do whatever you need to on these. Just bring them all down, so you don't, well, just cancel out that. You just bring them all down, and that will restrict the engine for them, or the output for them. Going into cruise, so it looks like you can set your cruise control, and it also looks like you can do everything on this app that you can do on the button that I've installed as well. So you can, if I was moving, you can set your cruise control there by hitting the plus or the minus button, and you've obviously got set and resume there. So, and then you've got presets that you can, I think you can alter them in a different screen. So if you wanted to set it at 60 or 80 kilometers an hour, that's the one thing. It is only in kilometers. You can't change that. But it is what it is. Everyone knows that 80 kilometers is 50 miles, so dead easy. You've also got this speed limiter here. It's funny, this app, because half of it's in English, half of it's in Portuguese. So obviously you've got a speed limiter here, which is obviously very useful if you're going through like a contraflow and you just set it to 50 mile an hour or whatever. On the bottom there, under status, you can see the connection is connected through the CAN bus system. And if I hit the brake, I know it's showing a signal or reading a signal, because obviously the brakes light up. There you go. Right, next screen. Oh, that is the cruise. The next one is dash. I've been messing about with this. These are fully configurable. Obviously I'm ticking over top right, rota. I'm not going to even try and pronounce it in Portuguese, but obviously that is the rev counter for me. One thing that's very useful is the temperature gauge there. So I'm at 77 degrees Celsius, which is good. The accelerator is how much accelerator I'm pushing it down on. Not 100% sure what the other two, well, I don't know what intake press is. KPAs though. KPA is a pressure, isn't it? So that's the intake. It's pressure of something. And I've obviously got lambda sensor there. But if I go into any of these, it doesn't really matter which. You can have them either circular, rectangular, or digital. There's a few other things that you can set. I've had to play about with them. I don't know what short trim or long trim is. You can show the math. Obviously, I'm not going to read them all. Oil pressure and oil temperature don't work, but obviously with this system or this setup, you're going to need some type of sensor or connection to, well, to your oil basically, aren't you? Which I don't have at the moment, but you know, it's there if I need it. I'm quite happy with the initial setup. And then you've got minimum and maximum values that you can set up. So you can set an alarm if, for the sake of argument, you're driving over 70, you can set the alarm to go off at you, or if your temperature gets beyond whatever 100 degrees, you can set it to ping at you. I don't know what the chime is. I don't know whether it'll come through your speakers because it's all Bluetooth, or whether it just comes through your phone or not. I don't know. So that's the fully configurable dashboard. In the config, you can calibrate these things, which I've just done the top one. You can set the brightness of the LED. We'll see how that goes at night. Adjust I don't know what this one does. Torque limit 40%. Set unlock password. I've not actually altered any of these. That's just the default that it comes with out the box. Fine tune the cruise control. You can set it if you had automatic transmission. It looks like it's a default desktop for this type of app from these company. This tune up or whatever they're called. So it's not automatic transmission, you just leave it. Cruise control response normal. I mean, what does that mean? I don't know whether it clicks off when you hit the brake or the clutch like normal cars. I've yet to take it out on the road to see what it does. Bias position, I don't know. I've left it where it is at default. Cruise control. So this one, device communication, which is via the K line, which I know I've plugged in. You've got a few other things ways of connecting. Looks like Renault Master is one way. It must have a different setup there, but I'm just going to leave that one as it is. Brake mode analog. You got just leave that one as it is. I know it's working. Kick down removed by the look of that. That looks like the word deactivate kick down. That isn't set, but it's not an automatic, so I won't have kick down in this, will I? Limit something at 100%. I'm not going to reset that. I mean, I will fine tune this once I've had a go on it properly. I'm just going to cancel out of these. Ultras configs, I don't know. Offset the velocity. So that's obviously some type of speed. What would you say? Like if you're doing 80 on the van, does this read exactly 80? So I assume that's some type of configuration there that you can just manually adjust just to have accuracy on your speed and the speedo in this app. Force full screen, I don't know, but it's not on, so I assume that's going to put full screen on my telephone. App color style, I've just left it as the default. I've got day, I've got night, system. I'll just leave it day. Cancel out of that one. Manual download, I'm not going to manual download anything. The firmware update is, I don't know what the latest one is, but I'll come out of that. I'll update it when I'm on Wi-Fi properly. Politica, I don't know. And this something connections. Oh, that's just the connections. So that's obviously my MAC address there. 0080. I'll have a look at what they are later on. Right, and disconnect. I don't really want to disconnect it. So going back to the first one, do you want to activate the anti-theft? I've already shown you this, but if I hit yes on this, the pedal does nothing. So do you want to activate the anti-theft? No. Perfect. And I've now got full use of the accelerator again. On the face of it, it's pretty good. I do need to get out on the road and check that everything works. But yeah, it's just a toy to have, isn't it, really? It's just a lazy gimmick that you don't necessarily need, but I've got to be the first bay window in the UK with Cruise, so I'm happy about that. Right, let's get on the road and I'll try and do some more videoing. Alright, thanks a lot. Cheers. Right then, I'm back from my first drive and it's absolutely brilliant. It works a treat, as you'd expect. You've got the modes here, so you can just press it to set it, incremental, I assume 1 kilometre at a time, decremental as well, 1 kilometre at a time. You can cancel it from here, and you can cancel it from either the brake or the clutch pedal. The clutch pedal is slightly different. It takes a split second. It knows that it's had an interference and it's kind of revving up, but only for a very split second, and then it comes down, and then obviously it knows that it's been cancelled. So absolutely brilliant. You can just click on it for your incremental. I keep an eye on I've got a GPS speedo here, and it's absolutely 100% with this, which I know I've calibrated as well. So out of the box, the Throttle Up app is absolutely perfect. You can change the modes from here. So you can go to like a bit more quicker and then super quick, and I have tried these, and yeah, you can feel a little bit of throttle response. I didn't leave it in super quick too long. I've tried economy, that was gutless, to be honest, so I just left it in normal. Yeah, it's probably, that's like remapping these engines, isn't it? So I assume putting it in red is probably 80 horsepower or whatever. So yeah, very happy with it. The only downside that I can see is that for it to work, it needs to be connected via the app on your phone, the Throttle Up app, via Bluetooth. And if you've got it connected via Bluetooth, I can't have my Android Auto connected. Now, it's not the end of the world. I could connect my Android Auto via a cable, which I will do. It just means I'll have to reroute a cable somewhere and put my phone, which is what I've got here. I've got my phone holder anyway. So it's not the end of the world. It's obviously you can't have two Bluetooth things connected at the same time. So other than that, it works a treat. Would I recommend it? Yes, I certainly would. It's absolutely brilliant. It's a less aggressive way of driving, I find. You know, you just set the thing at 60 or whatever you want, and it just stays there. Now I've just took it down an A road there, pretty up a pretty long hill, over a mile in length on this hill, up this A road, and it was set to 60, and it just stayed at 60. So it recognised that there was a hill. It's obviously done its magic and worked out what throttle is needed, and it just kept at the steady 60 all the way up the hill. So absolutely brilliant. Yeah, as I say, everything's controllable here. I don't know whether I mentioned it, the speedo on the app out the box is absolutely accurate to my GPS speedo, which I know I've calibrated properly with the right gauges. So yeah, for the cheap Throttle Up app that I've just downloaded from the Play Store, it seems to be 100%. Yeah, it's just a little bit annoying that it doesn't work without the Bluetooth, but I mean, it should do, you'd think, because it's connected. But maybe there's something I'm not doing right. As I say, it's only my first go at it, but either way, I'm very happy with the way it's running. Yeah, I'll leave it in blue because I know I don't really want to put too much power through these, because I know these gearboxes are inherently weak. So it is what it is. Nope, very happy with it. Yep, get yourself one. All right, thank you. Cheers. Bye.